So I'm out here in the dark headed towards my other property. Where they are going to be, they're trying to get ready tonight for the, hey, shut it. For tomorrow, there's going to be builders over there and they have to get water ready. We're building a piggery on our other property. Hope I don't have to kick one of these dogs. There's that menacing church that doesn't care. I'm talking about their loud music every day. Okay, there they are. They're out there getting ready. These tires, I don't know if you can see them. Can you see the tires? That's to make the So my wife and her mother and father are over here. They're getting ready to build a piggery tomorrow. That means in cement. And we just got the water hooked up. Water here is a joke. So he doesn't think there's
wait.
any water. What?
Kadali lang, ma. Relax lang, ma.
You want me to follow you? What do we?
Kadali lang pa ako sa yung tanawin rin pa ugmana ba? Dali ram kung kaini siya. Matukas.
Put the light closer. There you go. Good. You know, you could just take our hose. Oh, that doesn't.
Wala pa. Man na imuha pa.
That won't
Iyon.
screw onto that.
Oh.
You know, we have another. We actually have another one with.
Katutan dako pa.
Would you like to listen?
Yes.
All right, I need you to listen to what I'm saying. We actually have another faucet with the threads on it, and you could get our hose and bring that here.
Okay.
That would be preferable,
That's good.
I think.
Okay. Because this one is not working.
No, it's not. Of course not.
Dali lang pa kay na ako no siya kuhaon dito patong dako nga kuan niya kay nganong kusog kay di man na siya. Gamay mo kay na parehan atong sa mua. Karon na okay na. Can you get?
Yeah, I can go get it.
Okay. Thank you. Go.
Well, is that on really tight so that there's no way for me to take it off?
Yes, check, please.
Oh.
It's so
Yeah,
tight.
it really is.
You need to bring
All right.
the.
So, I'll bring our other hose.
Okay.
And
This one is really tight. You know what? There is a water here. It's really all the time water. But you know what? The problem was it's leaking. The other line.
well, I don't know if you noticed, but that's just a little trickle coming out.
It's there. No. I mean, before I came there, we're just checking and no water coming in.
Oh wait, what is that?
Yeah. There's a lot.
That's
See,
a lot
this
of
one.
water. What the heck?
Exactly. There's a lot.
Oh, that's.
cannot go
Oh,
up.
I see what you got here. That's not gonna work if I just get another faucet.
Dili lagi na sila ina leaking. Wala na ayo.
Oh, that's
Look
not
at this
gonna work.
one.
Yeah.
I can remove this one and the water is really.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah.
So basically, what you need to do.
This one is not work.
Yeah, I get it. There's a lot of rust in there. So you know what? Here, let me tell you something. Pull that out of there and stick your hose in that. Do you remember how we stuck our hose in?
Yeah.
You look at all that water.
Fold.
Pull it out and kink it,
Exactly.
and that'll shut it off. Because
Yes.
This is a joke. This is typical. Well, there was supposedly a plumber over here taking care of this, and I see that I should have taken care of it. All right, now kink it so that we don't lose water. There we go. And that's what you need to do. You need to take and put that hose in that when we need it. Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Just like we did before, let's tie that up.
Yeah, and I will wait for you until you came here.
No, wait, you don't understand. There's no point in getting the other stuff because this is all junk.
Yes, exactly.
What I'm saying to you is that we can tie that up to turn it off, and for water we can put the hose in there like we did with our
this
own.
one, no.
Yeah, just like that. Exactly.
I don't know if it is this one working.
Nobody's listening, so I'm just gonna leave. This is the Philippines. They really don't. They don't have any standards. No standards at all. My wife knows what I'm talking about, but it's her father, so he's doing what I said, but does it fit in there?
I don't know.
No. This is the kind of thing that in America we would take care of ahead of time, not the night of. So I think I'll head on back because I don't really like, I know what to do when I'm doing it, and I make sure that things don't happen until it's time. But that's not how it works here. That's why I kind of stay out of it.
Dagan lagi kay nagliking wala sabot og yuta, sabot ka. Tungod sa kadugay. Kani siya ilisan gini siya og hos tanan. O imputlan. Dato na haday. Ayo di ato pa kay mubo na.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Okay. You want this?
Oh, bring this one.
All right. Okay. So it's kind of like I thought. I don't know how to work like this. I should, since I was with my father for so long. He does everything backwards. And I do things backwards sometimes, but man, I tell you, when I got a project like this, make sure it's all lined up before I start. Because I don't like being out here in the middle of the night kicking dogs when I should be home. So I see that this is not a functional situation over here. So I'm going to head on back. And they will figure out how to do it. And I don't even have to worry about it. Oh my God, these dogs. Shut the hell up or I will kick you in the teeth. That's my favorite house right there. That's what my shop is modeled after. Kumusta ka? Sometimes you'll be walking along and you see a TV inside of a grass hut. And you can say, the TV cost more than the hut. You know, in America, people have TVs that cost more than they have their trucks that cost more than their trailer. I consider that trailer trash. But here, what's your name? Huh? She always says that to me. What's your name? She's a nice kid. Anyway, so what I'm saying is that we all have our priorities, and actually these days getting a TV getting a TV that's, well, half decent. You see, things are differently priced here. You know, our dollar is worth 50 of theirs. And things are priced accordingly. However, when it comes to electronics, literally, we'll pay more. Here, you're going to pay more for a lot of electronics. I mean, that's my experience, and my experience is not vast. For instance, I got one of these Casio. Well, what am I looking at? It's called a Casso. This camera, it would cost about $84 on Amazon in America. Here, if I bought this here, the exact same one on Lazada, it would cost about $120. I did find one just like it, but I don't know about the quality because I haven't tried it. But it's almost exactly the same. I mean, I think it's exactly the same. And it cost about $50. So how cheap is that is what I'm wondering. Anyway, what I found is electronics cost the same or more here. And so basically you're not going to have it... I used to hear stories from people back in the 70s when I was a kid about coming back from Vietnam, and they would buy TVs super cheap, and they would be cheap enough to bring them all the way overseas. But it's not the case here. If you're going to buy an electronic item, you are going to pay more. And consequently, people don't have get out of here. People don't have they don't all have electronics like we do. Not everybody has a little iPhone or a little computer. They don't all have TVs. In fact, they don't even all have electricity in my neighborhood. So, you know what? Don't get sick in the Philippines. I've been sick. Oh, I don't know. I think I was all right the last time. I think what did me in is going to that, all the lack of sleep and the loss of sleep. Finally, I went to my wife's reunion, and I haven't been well since then. I've got this head crud, lung crud, sore throat crud. And you know what? Medications aren't the same here either, because I don't know what they are. Anyway, paracetamol. My wife keeps telling me she's giving me that, and it turns out it's just aspirin, like what I have at Bayer. I don't do that. I go get Mucinex, and that is the best. That's what I like, Mucinex. But find Mucinex here. Anyway, so basically, that's what I see. I go by somebody's house, and I see this TV like mine, and I know how much that cost, and I know how much it costs to build a straight MIPA hut, and literally it's a little bit less than the TV. So that's, I don't know. I think people want to have a TV. They have to they got to pay a lot of money, and they got to save a long time. In fact, I think more people have a TV than have refrigerators. Not everybody here has a refrigerator, not even in the city. You can go to many people's houses and they do not have a refrigerator. My mother-in-law and father-in-law, they don't have a refrigerator. My brother-in-law doesn't have a refrigerator. But it's just a lot of people. I have a refrigerator, but a lot of people just don't, and it's just not like in where, you know, America. Absolutely. You have an oven, you have a refrigerator, you have electricity, you have a TV, you have a cell phone, you have a car. All those are the basics in America. And we just don't know how to live without them. We cannot. Oh my gosh. You're considered in poverty, and if you have kids and you don't have one of those things, you might not be a fit parent. But here. Simple. But if the world goes down, my bets are on the Philippines, because more people have the skills to live without all the modern stuff than do in America. In America, they've completely forgotten how to live. I do not know one person besides my best friend Dan who can even build a fire without matches. They don't have the skills anymore. If the electricity goes out, many, 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 many people will die if it's out for more than 3 weeks. And if all the deliveries stop, they will not fare well. But in this country, they're less dependent on electronics. I mean, if you go to a hardware store, they still use calculators. If you go to an appliance store, it still takes 4 people to ring you out, because they might have a regular checkout, what is it, electronic beep beep beep, where cash register, and then if you use a card, they have to take it like it's some special thing around to the back, and one person in the back will take care of it, and then that person who took it will bring it back, and then another person, while she's ringing it out, is writing it down. Literally everything is written down. So they still possess the skills of like we had before we had computers. They just do, because they have not completely moved over to computers. They're just not, and electronics, they're just not completely connected to that, and they're just really So basically, who's ahead? If the electricity goes off all over the world, I believe the Philippines is. I mean, in Manila, I'm sure a lot of people would die, but out here in the country, no. A lot of people will live because they all have certain basic skills, like building a fire, killing an animal, cooking an animal. They can cook over fire. I mean, really, they're not too far off from having everything. And if the trucks don't run, then there's farms really close by, and there's still water buffalo and people hauling things with animals. Everything from the past still exists here. They still have the infrastructure of pre-19th century. So they're going to live. A lot more of them than in the United States, because the United States is completely dependent on modern. They don't have to have any skills. You don't have to have any skills. You don't even have to have a brain to live in the United States. You can be a completely useless human being, worthless, with no brain. You can, even though you can walk and run around and do this, do that, you still don't need to actually work, because you can get welfare. These people don't have any of those things. There's no catch-alls. There's no welfare. There's no food stamps. There's no nothing. You will work, or your family will take care of you. That's it. There's no special treatment here. Not even if you actually have a disability, which some people really do, legitimately. They don't get anything. There's nothing. I don't even know if they have Social Security. They have a little pension, but it's not enough. You're not going to live off your Social Security without your family, and that's why they feel the need to have 10 kids. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. That's enough of that. My dog just broke into the house, and I'm going to head the other little dogs off. There, she came in. You guys know you don't get to come in, right? You know. You know that you're not good enough, right? Okay, bye-bye. They're good enough. They're just too young, and they don't know enough to be in my house. My wife would never stand for it. Neither would I. Molly, on the other hand, is a seasoned dog. She knows how to act. She knows just how to act, even though she does make a mistake here and there. Anyway, so that's enough for me. I'm tired. I need to go out there and help again. Jeez. Anyway, I hear my wife. I'm gonna get off. See you later. Uh, God bless. Have a nice evening and enjoy.